This review is about the e.l.f. Cosmetic Contouring Blush and Bronzing Powder, and my name is Melissa van Dijk. I'm a makeup artist, and let's get into the review and also start with application. Now it comes in a gorgeous packaging, and as you already can tell, it also comes in a hard case and it's very sturdy. Now when you open it up, you have a large mirror in it as well, and you have the contouring shade, bronzing shade and also the blush shade. Now in total they have 3 different shades. They have for light, medium and dark skin tones. That's what I guess. Now from my guessing, I picked the dark one because I ordered it online, and to be honest, the images from how the powder looked like in the pan and also where they kind of swatched it looked differently, so I didn't know what I should pick for. I thought the light one might be too light and the medium one is a bit too pinkish, so I went with this one. And now all of a sudden I have bronzer and contouring instead of a blush. I'll get into this later on, because I just wanted to show you at first how it applies and also how I'm using the product itself, and then I'm getting more into details on what I personally think about the product. Now when it comes to the application, I'm going to use this fluffy brush. It's more like of a smaller brush, but I'm also going to show you how I'm going to apply it. Now first, for me personally, when it comes to this shade that I've picked, there's like not really a rosy tone in it. Now for me, both shades look more like bronzer and contour, rather blush and contour or blush and bronzer. Call it whatever you like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dig into both of them just a tiny bit, and then I'm just going to warm up and also sculpt my face a bit more with this product, because I've picked the darker shade, which might also be not really the wrong shade, but there's not really a blush in it for my skin tone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig into both of them, and I'm going to start with my cheeks. So because I'm using it kind of in both ways, like I'm using contour and bronzer, I'm just going to dip into both of them and I'm going to warm up my face. And I'm going to use slightly circular motions, and I'm also using it on top of my cheekbones and not really underneath. So I'm not really using it as a strong contour, just like to use both shades. Going to start off with my cheeks, and then I'm going to blend it upwards towards my temples, and then I'm also going to use it for my forehead. Now the reason why I also like to go into the temples is because then the blend is much nicer and also way more natural. So what I personally don't like is, first, as I already told you, the images that they provide you online with the shades once they're in the pan and also swatched. For me it looks like 2 different shades all the time, so that's why I went with the darker one. But at the end, once I got it, I found out that it's mainly for light, medium and dark skin tone, so I picked the wrong shade basically. So with that being said, I always would recommend with these ones that you're going to buy them and get them in the store, so that you see the color in front of you and not like guessing what shade you should pick. But this is just my personal experience that I have with the product. All in all, the product itself is beautiful. Like as you can see, it blends beautifully. There's nothing wrong with the shade. It's just that I'm not really using it as a blush, but more as a bronzer. But I mean, I can work with it. It's just that I've picked the wrong shade, and that I personally believe they should change the pictures a bit into more of a realistic tone, because for me personally it didn't look as once I got it. So that's why I personally would recommend you get it in the store before, or having a look at the store and then order it online. So what's your preference? I just know that I've picked the wrong shade, which doesn't mean that the product is bad. I really love it, and as you see, I can sculpt my face with it, I can bronze it up, even though I have no blush in it. So all in all, with that being said, I'm pretty happy on how the powder in general performs. Now I also wanted to share with you guys that in both shades you will get some shimmer in it as well, which means that once you're applying it, you will get a really nice glow, which is very subtle, so it's nothing too strong, which I personally don't mind. I really appreciate it. It just gives my skin a bit of a glow and also a fresh looking skin. But with that being said, if you want to have it as only as contour, then I personally wouldn't use it as contour only, because even though the darker shade has some shimmer in it as well, and it's also a bit more warm toned rather than cool toned for a contour, but this is just how, like, I wouldn't recommend using it as a contour in general. I just would use it basically as bronzer and blush. That's how I like to use it, and also that's how I would recommend you using it if you are getting the right shade. Now that's what I personally wanted to share with you guys. We all know that e.l.f. Cosmetic is a drugstore brand. It won't cost you a lot of money. It's around 12 Australian dollars, so I would say around 10-ish, shade-ish US dollars, but that's it. And the only thing that's a bit missing is that you only can pick 3 different shades. What I just personally would love is that you could like take the shade out and maybe replace it with your own shade that you want to apply for, or that you want to like add to your face, because not everyone has the same skin tone. But with that being said, I personally love it. I like how it applies. I love how flawless it looks, and also the glow that it gives me. I hope that I could help you out with this review, and also if you should get it for yourself or not, and also how you should get it. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!